G'day guys, what's going on? Supero here, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over my round 13 review. I scored 2,224 in the top 1%. Finally, pretty good rank from us. This week we jumped the ranks pretty high, so that's good. Sitting at season rank of 5,341. Need to get into the top 5k ASAP though, but yeah, this week is a bit of a setback for us actually with the Sicily news just coming out that he's going to get given 3 weeks, which isn't a surprise. Just thought he'd be able to get it off a little bit at least, but yeah, it's a bit of a stitch up really. Really frustrating when you've only got like 7 trades left. Some people probably have less than me and do have Sicily as well, so it's a bit of a stitch up. He's not even injured, he just this dangerous tackle shit that's going on. Yeah, what can you do, I guess? It is what it is, but yeah, we did actually end up VCing Laird, which was super clutch there, which was awesome, so we took that. I probably had the C on like Brayshaw, I believe, but had the VC on Laird. He was on like about 100 at half time, and then he started to slow down a bit. But yeah, you can't complain with a 156, absolutely killing it. So that was great, but now he's got his bye, so he's got a bit of a break. So yeah, he'll be right to go when he comes back for sure. Pump out some massive scores, definitely someone to bring in. If you haven't got him, he's still at a reasonable price. Anyway, go over the side. So yeah, Sicily played great. Just really frustrating, that dangerous tackle situation. I don't know if I've got enough trades to trade him out. That's the issue with me. I still have 2 more upgrades to make. Definitely have the cash gen here, but it's just I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. I think like the obvious one is just to trade him out to a Clayton Oliver, but I think Melbourne's got the bye this week. Yeah, they've got the bye this week, and then I actually can't even afford him if I did that. So if I traded out Sicily and then I swap Chesser back, I'd just be short. It's a stitch up. Like I can't actually do it with one trade. So I'm probably gonna have to wait for Oliver to come back and like lose like a little bit of cash. Hopefully he doesn't break even. Got a 143 break even. Just gotta hope that he goes down like 5 or 10k, and then I can get him in for the straight swap. Which would be probably the way to go about it. Otherwise, the other option is probably to bring in Sinclair, I believe. Sinclair is probably the one to bring in, I'd say. He looks like he's in good form. He's a bit inconsistent, though. But, yeah, he's got a high ceiling. He's probably like going to be a top 6 defender for sure for the rest of the year. But there is a couple other value options that we could also explore, but anyway, go over the side. So Dacos got Nicky Day got 118, pretty good stuff from him. I think he didn't even get a touch in like the 3rd quarter, to be honest. Like I was watching it pretty heavily, but he seemed to be missing for most of that quarter, or maybe it was the last quarter. But then he kicked that clutch goal at the end, nearly won them the game, but they didn't win. So yeah, I think that's where he got most of his points from. But I think he did get about 30 touches, if I'm correct. So pretty good stuff from him. Stewart should be back this week, so that's great. I don't know if he's going to be the captain. Obviously, can't captain him. Sorry. Dawson, yeah, is a bit underwhelming with him. To only score 95 from like a smashing where like Tex kicks like 10 goals. That was a ripper game to watch. But yeah, good on Tex, the king. But yeah, Dawson 95. I don't know. He might drop a bit. Probably not really. Probably someone to look to bring in if you don't have him. But yeah, he should bounce back for sure. And then Zeeble bounced back, which was great. So for some reason his break even's only 118 now. I thought it was like 172 or some shit last week, but yeah, that's good. It doesn't really matter. I can't really afford to trade out Zeeble anyway. So we held the faith. He's pretty much a primo at this point, so you don't trade out your primos unless you got so many luxury upgrades and stuff like that. But I've got the faith in him. And then Will Day came back, which was good. 109, that's great to see. Finally turning up again. So, yeah, been a frustrating ride owning him, but he's bounced back, which is awesome. Can't really do much about it. I think I'm in struggle street with my trades. I've only got 7 left, so I don't think I can do anything these coming weeks, but who knows. So yeah, Sincotta should be right to play, I believe, this week. Hopefully he doesn't get dropped. But yeah, Carlton they're actually favourites. Wow, watch out. Who would have thought? But yeah, they're not playing the greatest for some reason. And then yeah, Bont played great. Doing Bont things. Yeah, not complaining. Got North this week, so it could be a cheeky C option. Laird's got the bye. We'll put Humphrey onto the field. Merritt's, yeah, he played. Oh, who did they even play? They played Carlton, I think. He didn't really amaze me, but you can't really complain with that score, I guess. Brayshaw, we bought him in. All the players that bought him played pretty decent this week, so that's pretty good. So yeah, Brayshaw played pretty good. Who have they got this week? I think they've got GWS. Maybe could play a ride against no Josh Kelly in the midfield, so maybe Brayshaw could be an option for a VC. But I think Neil's the guy I might VC this week because he's got the 187 last time they played. But yeah, it doesn't look like the best record at the Gabba. I think that's where it is. So the Gabba. Could be a VC option this week, I'd say. Tom Green, he didn't look that bad, to be honest, when I was watching him from a spectator's point of view, but just didn't get much of it, I don't think, in the last quarter. A bit of a joke, I guess, but he's going down to starting price. I think he might have been gone. Oh yeah, he's actually cheaper than his starting price. Just a bit of a surprise, but you just hope that he'll bounce back. And then Humphrey's back this week. Hopefully he can maintain the scoring ability. I don't know what he's going to dish out for me, but should be. Hopefully he can get up a bit more cash, so then I don't have to waste my trades and I can do straight swaps for a fallen primo, such as a Callum Mills, for example. We should be coming back shortly, so if I think I'm going to have to get a fallen primo in just to save trades. So I might be looking at getting a Callum Mills. Wait for him he can still go down a lot in money, so hopefully he just doesn't come back and get a 169. But he could be capable of doing that. But yeah, hopefully he can drop a fair bit in price, and we'll get him for bargain price. Which I think it won't be a bad idea just not finishing my team off until these guys are fully dropped in price. Same with Walsh. He could be a straight swap from Briggs or someone. I could just straight swap Briggs to him in a couple of weeks, hopefully, if he continues to drop in price. Might be an option to go with 141 break even. Yeah, he's going to drop a little bit more in price there, so hopefully Briggs can just be a straight swap. I think he still has a negative break even, so yeah, hopefully that's the case, just to save on the trades. And even if you wanted to take a punt and go with Cripps, but who knows, I think he just really needs a break. He might be was it last year when he was getting injections or whatever? I don't know, he just hasn't been the same ever since round 8. Maybe he's playing with injury, who knows. Seems to be the case every year. He has a great start to the year, and then he plays crap during the season, mid range of the season, and then yeah, he comes good at the end, but who knows? It's a bit of a disaster season for Carlton anyway. And then we bought him Fife, and that was great. He actually scored well, so 96 was awesome. And, Johnson also got 96, so I can't complain. A bit of luck there. I believe it was because O'Meara was out, so he's probably back this week, so that'll be interesting to see what happens there in the midfield. But I noticed that Fife did get increased CBAs, I believe, so hopefully that will continue to happen, but I doubt it will keep happening with O'Meara coming back in. But yeah, I've got a bit of cash gen here, and points on the field, so I think I can hold out from trading for a couple weeks, maybe just to maximize my cash gen, and then hopefully I can just trade out one player for another. like a Briggs or a Humphrey. But yeah, just have to see what he can do for us. But hopefully, yeah, he can keep scoring well. But that's a bit of a stretch. Getting Humphrey up to about 500k would doubt that'll happen, but he'll probably be at his top around like 450k if he makes it there. But who knows? I hope he can. And then Sharp's not going to play, the worst pick of the year. Don't know why we went down that route. And then English got a 99, so thank God we didn't VC him. I was nearly tempted to do that, but I saw like what Lysett did end up playing, I believe. I thought he was out for some reason. I thought he got injured, but it must have been like the app I was looking at, the symbol just didn't mean they were actually fully injured, just like having a rest or something. I don't know. You know, when you check the live scores on like a different app, that's what I was doing. So I thought he was injured, but he's fine. And then Marshall got 119, which is awesome stuff. It really does ask the question this week, who do we field in the ruck department, especially if Briggs is scoring well, like 114s. You know, they've got, Freo this week, no Sean Darcy still. Luke Jackson, I wonder how he goes up against Briggs. Does ask the question. But, you know, then there's also English against Goldie, should be right, and then Marshall against Nank. Two big boys, I guess, but you just got to, I don't know what I'll do yet. I'll probably just stick with the guns here. But yeah, Briggs is in elite form, so it's a bit of a hard one to pick what to do about that. He's just been killing it. Yeah, Dunkley, wasn't too surprised about him scoring well. I just wanted to go a bit of left of field, and VC Laird did end up scoring a little bit more points, so that's good. Taranto's been bloody great this year in Supercoach, was awesome stuff. Could he be an option this week as like a VC option? Not too sure. Tigers look like they're in some form. Pretty surprised that they're actually the favourites, considering Saints are like 5th or something on the ladder. But anyway. And then Rosie, yeah, not too bad. Might have a big one this week against the Cats. I hope not, but I can kind of see that happening. But it'll be interesting to see how he does go. Might get shut down. Now, I was looking actually at Goulden here as a cheeky VC option for some reason this week against Brisbane. Just last time they played at the Gabba, he got 139. Could really bounce back. You know, it could be a whole another Zeeble situation where, you know, he scored crap this week, but, you know, really bounce back next week. Hopefully that's the case. But, you know, bit of risk there. I think Neil's a safe option. You know, if he scored 184 last time, then 187, you know, you're definitely going to try my luck there, I reckon. And no Callum Mills in the side, so should be a pretty good option this week. Then Canelio, like, he kicked a couple goals. Oh, no, he didn't even kick a goal, I don't think. I think Toby Green got it when I was watching it. Wasn't a bad game from him. He's still fairly cheap. If you want to, like, finish off your team at, like, a F6, maybe. Pretty good option, I'd say. And then Sheasel, we held on to him as well. You know, I can't really trade out Sheasel, Will Day, or Zeeble, so I'm kind of in a sticky situation, especially with Sicily. Like, really stuffed me over here. But yeah, he's been playing good. He bounced back, so that's awesome. Probably chuck the C on Bont, I reckon, against North. So we'll probably line up something like this. Just annoying that I can't really get Ford onto the field, or Briggs for that matter. Just like still undecided what I'm going to do. Like, obviously, if I was going to trade out Sicily, I would either bring in, it would either be Sinclair or Oliver, but Oliver would probably have to be like a 2-week wait for me after his bye, and like after his return game, I'd have to get him in. So it's like about another 2 weeks before I'd have to get Oliver in. So I can't really trade Sicily to Oliver in the coming weeks. It'd have to be like in about 3 weeks' time, I'd say. Which is a bit of a stitch up, and then at that point, you know, I'm probably might as well hold Sicily for trades-wise. But I do have capable rookies that can score high on the field, so we could just stick to faith in those guys. Like, Sincotter's got an 88 one time, so maybe you can get a 90 plus, but it's a bit of an ask there. And Fife has bounced back, and same with Johnson, so gives me a bit of confidence to field them, even Ford. But the issue is I can't really get him onto the field. Just going to have to play around with my side. I'm still not really sure what I'm going to do at this point. I could just swing Sheasel back there, but then how do I can't get Ford onto the field. This is my issue. I've traded out my DPP status rookies that aren't getting games, so can't really fill that spot unless I go Fife there. But yeah, it's not really getting me anyone onto the field there, which is a bit annoying. Just playing it around. But yeah, then it's what am I doing here? I could go a Butters maybe, but he's quite expensive, and then he hasn't had his buy yet. Not really ideal for the round 15 buy. And same with McRae. I want McRae, but I can't really afford to get him either. Does Richmond have their buy? Shea Bolton take an absolute punt. Oh, they haven't had their buy either, so that's a bit of a concern. Can't really do much about this situation. Not really many players that I want. Take a punt on Jeremy Cameron maybe, but probably not a good idea. Yeah, it's a bit of a stitch-up because the only players I could really get this week is Sinclair, because he's had his buy. Well, that's who I'd want to get. Leaves me with 98k, not too bad. 6 trades, bit of concern. Can't really be sidewaysing. Otherwise, if I didn't get Sinclair, could bring in... who could I go? Could bring in a Dangerfield. Nah, it's too risky. Not again. I like a Rao maybe, or an Anderson. Don't really trust them, though, to be top 8. Primos, it's just... I really wish I could just go with Oliver straight away, but, I'd have to wait 2 weeks for that, and, it's going to lose points this week. And, who could I go? Just go highest price. I could... could just go Dangerfield, but that's a bit silly, I reckon. He will be right to go, but, if he gets injured again, it'll be a nightmare because we won't know when he's going to come back. Sarong, don't really want to have another Freo midfielder. I think Brayshaw is my guy. Yeah, it's just a bit of a hard situation to justify what I want to do. We could wait, even just waiting a couple of weeks when Steele could bottom out as well. He could be dirt cheap. We could pick him up as a fallen primo. I think he's carrying a bit of a knee complaint though, so hopefully he drops in price and then comes back and he's right to go. But yeah, it's a bit of a tough one, this situation. Can't really figure out what I want to do here. What to do. Yeah, it's a hard one. If I was going to trade out Sicily, I'd trade him to Oliver or Sinclair. I don't really want to take the punt on Taron Thomas, just because there's heaps of North midfielders coming back, and they've got their bye next week, so that's another player that will have their bye next week. So I'm already in trouble for next week anyway. I don't have too many guys playing, I don't believe. Still got a fair few missing, which is annoying. But yeah, I should have about 18 players this week, if I'm correct. Yeah, should be alright this week, hopefully. I just got to hope that, I make the right choices. I think for me, it's like, do I chase the rank? I'm sitting about out of the top 5k, so maybe I just stick to the league. Just make sure I win the league games, but yeah, it's a hard decision. Other guys that I've been like looking at, I guess I have Taylor Adams in here, just because DeGoey was out, but yeah, he came back and tonned up. He was one I was looking at getting in at that price point there, but I don't know. I think he's too injury prone for me. Wouldn't risk it. Bit of a pod though. And then yeah, Elliot Yeo, he scored good again, which was a bit of a surprise. Just a bit too expensive, I think, for me to be taking a punt on him as well. I think what I'll do is just hold this week and then make up my mind next week when Oliver comes back. Darcy Cameron's pretty cheap. I thought he played pretty well, but yeah, he didn't score the greatest, so it's a bit of a surprise. But yeah, it's a bit of a stitch up this week. We get rid of Fiorini because, you know, he's been shocking. But yeah, there was a couple other players that I was considering, like Benny Keys. You know, he played pretty well. Got 115, which was a bit of a surprise. I think his mid minutes went up a fair bit, so I think he's kind of taking over Rory Sloane's spot. But is he a top 6 forward? Maybe he is. He can certainly be a top 6 forward. It just depends on, you know, if his mid minutes are there, and he is their designated tagger. So some games he might score poorly because he's going to tag someone. So that's a bit of a stitch up. And then Mullen got confirmed that he's injured now. So that's a stitch up to anyone who traded him and went early on him, especially with Duncan and Dangerfield. Holmes might be back as well. Reece Stanley's probably going to come back as well. So it's going to be 4 of our players coming back this week. Potentially, I don't know about Reece Stanley. He's probably another week away. But I'd say there'd be about 3 at least coming back this week. And then I forgot about Jack Bowes as well. He's another guy that could be put into the side. So if you got like Simpson and Nevitt, might be a bit of a concern there because they might get dropped. But I think Nevitt's going to hold his spot. He played pretty good, to be honest, when we played the Bulldogs. So yeah, that was good to watch him kill it. So that was awesome. But yeah, I can't really decide what I want to do yet. If you got any opinions, like leave a comment down below. But yeah, this is what I'm going to rock with this week. I think I'm going to make no changes. Just wait for my players to max out in price, and then I'll start doing trades then. Because yeah, it is a longer season this year, 24 rounds, only up to round 14. So I think I'm just going to have to hold it onto some rookies for a little bit longer than I expected. But hopefully they can tear it, like go well, I mean. But yeah, who knows. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you're thinking down below. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.